How's it going, everybody? My name's Eric, and in this video we're going to be doing a lot of things to this Lenovo T530 laptop computer. We're going to be installing 128 MSATA solid state drive. We're going to be adding a little bit of RAM. Then we're going to install Windows 10 on the MSATA drive. Then we're going to turn the already existing hard drive into just extra storage, and then the computer should be good to go. If you want to skip to a certain part of the video, check the index in the description. That'll save you some time. Otherwise, sit back, relax, enjoy. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. And by the end of the video, you should know how to do a lot of things to this computer, which will overlap with a lot of other computers for your nerdy tinkering enjoyment. And with that being said, let's get into the computer and start the upgrade. First, we're gonna make sure that the computer is off. So I'm gonna hold the power button. I did boot it up earlier. So make sure the computer's off. Then we're going to remove the battery by sliding this switch over and pulling it out. Then we're gonna start taking out screws. This is where a regular SATA hard drive would go. If you take out this one screw right here, you can see that we have a Seagate 320 gigabytes hard drive in here. If you were to take it out, I would just lift this and pull. Ours had these little bumper caddies. Yours might be screwed in like that. It just depends. We're not gonna be removing this. We're just gonna be using that for extra storage once we're all done. Now we're gonna install the MSATA and the RAM kinda at the same time because they're in the same places. You're gonna have to take off this back cover here by removing these two screws, and then lifting up on this side. In order to get the RAM in the slot, all you do is you line it up. It only can go in one way. You line up that slit with the notch, you press in, and then you press down. It should click, and your RAM is installed. Now, in order to install our MSATA drive, we need to take off the keyboard on the other side, and in order to do that, you need to take out this screw right here, and this screw right here, and there's a little keyboard icon etched into the plastic, just to remind you if you didn't know. Those screws do come all the way out, and then set them aside. Then we're gonna flip our computer over, open it up, and get the keyboard out. Now the way that you do this is you kind of press up on the bottom here. There's some tabs that should release, exposing the keyboard unit. Now, pull the keyboard a little bit towards you, and you'll see this connector right here. So for this connector, I like to grab the ribbon cable and just gently pull up with an upward force, and it should release that connector with no issue. Set your keyboard aside, and now it gives us access to more upgradable parts in this computer. As you can see, the second RAM slot is right here. This already has 4 gigabytes installed, so we have 4 gigabytes here, 2 gigabytes on the other side, giving us a total of 6 gigabytes. You could upgrade this as well as the other one, but for this computer, we're only gonna be putting in 6 gigs. This little square right here is covering where we're going to install our MSATA drive. So put that to the side, and there's a bunch of cords in here that are taped down. You gotta take these out and back them up into this little pocket by the CMOS battery and make sure those stay down. There should be one screw in here that you can remove. Then we're gonna take our MSATA drive, and it can only go in one way. There's a slit in it, match it up with the slit near the receptacle, and then you're going to press down. As you can see, there's 2 holes here. One hits a little plastic spike, which holds it into place, and the other hole is where we put the screw that we just took out. Now that our MSATA drive is installed, we're going to take our keyboard and the little connector and reconnect it to our motherboard. You just have to line it up, press down, it should snap into place. And then in order to put this keyboard back, we're going to lift it up, press it all the way against that back, press it down, then take a screwdriver or a tool and pull it back into place. It should be flat with no bulges, and once you do that, close your computer again, flip it back over, and then we're going to install those keyboard screws again. Once those screws are in, you can put this protective cover back on, and that kind of snaps in, and then you tighten down those 2 screws, and you are good. Now we're gonna be installing a copy of Windows 10 onto this computer, but before we do that, you might notice this sticker right here. It is a Windows 7 Pro license key. You're gonna wanna take a picture of that with your phone, as you will see later on in this video. We're gonna put our battery back in. We're going to plug our computer in, flip it back over, open it back up. Now you're gonna take your Windows 10 USB installer. If you don't know how to make one of these, I do have a tutorial on it. I will put a link to in the corner as well as the description. We're going to plug that into a USB. We're going to power the computer on. And as it powers on, we're gonna have to press enter in order to interrupt normal startup. That gets us to this startup interrupt menu, and then we're going to choose a temporary start device by hitting F12. That's going to initialize this boot agent, and we're going to boot from our USB hard drive, and then hit enter. That's gonna boot off of this USB drive, the Windows installation setup, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. It does take a while to initialize, so while you're waiting, check to make sure that your game stock is up. Now that this Windows setup has just booted, we're going to hit next, we're going to hit install now, and it's going to load the setup. I've readjusted the computer so you can see just my screen record, and it's asking to activate Windows. So now we're gonna go back to that picture that we took, and we're gonna type in that key. Once you've typed that in, you're going to hit next. It might take a minute or so to get past that, then you're gonna accept your license terms, hit next, and then where it says upgrade, we're going to go to custom. And here it has all of our drives and partitions. We're just going to delete, delete, delete. This is the 298 gigabytes from the first drive that I showed you, our hard disk. And then this drive 1 partition 1 is from what we had just installed in the system. You can format it if it hasn't already been formatted already, and then you're going to hit next. To ensure that Windows features works correctly, Windows might create additional partitions, that's fine. You wanna make sure you pick the drive that is your MSATA to install your copy of Windows. Now it's going to take a while to actually install Windows, and while we wait for this, we're gonna grab our phone, check our GameStop stonk, and make sure that GameStop is up. And indeed, it is up 17% today, so we are doing good. Wait for this to be done, and then we'll come back to the computer.
A few moments later.
Once that installer is done running, it's gonna come up with this screen. Whatever country you're in, choose it and then hit yes. Whatever keyboard input you want, choose it and then hit yes. If you wanna add another layout, you can do that. I like to hit skip because we're just having one layout. So here is a part that's kind of annoying. It says, let's connect you to a network. It's gonna make you create a Microsoft account if you connect to a network. So I'm just gonna say I don't have internet right here, and then that's okay. We're gonna continue with limited setup. And who's gonna use this PC? Name it whatever you're gonna wanna name it, and put a password on it if you wanna put a password on it. We're gonna be selling this computer, so we're just gonna leave it blank. Do more across devices with active history. You can hit yes or no. I'm gonna hit no because it's just more information for Microsoft. I'm gonna decline that. And then I like to turn all of this stuff off by hitting tab over, and then I'm gonna hit accept. And it should boot us to Windows. Okay, so it booted us to Windows. Before you do anything else, you're gonna wanna now connect it to the internet. So click this little world icon down here, pick your internet, type in your password, and then go down here to the Finder, type in updates, or update, there we go, updates, and then should come up with check for updates in your system settings, and then go to Windows Update, check for updates. Make sure you run this. It's going to install different drivers that you might need. It's going to update Windows, and it's gonna take a while to do this. You might have to restart your computer multiple times, but it's something you need to do when installing Windows 10. When you're installing a new operating system, you always have to do this. It took a while to come up, but look at all these updates that's downloading. So I'm gonna let all of that download. and then I will come back and show you guys the next step.
1 hour later.
After about a little over an hour of updating and then it installing, having to restart my computer, it says that we are up to date. There is this optional update that you can download and install, but expect it to take more time to do that than just the regular drivers and updates. Now you're gonna wanna make sure that your Windows did activate, so you can click here on activation, and you can see Windows is activated with a digital license. If for some reason you are not activated, you can click here to change your product key. And if you forgot to put it in when we were installing it from our USB dongle, this is where you can install it now. So when we go over here to this PC, it shows us that we have our local disk C and our USB drive still plugged in. I'm gonna unplug our USB drive, and we're going to get another drive to populate. Here is our goal. Old hard drive that was installed, we're going to format it so we can use it for storage. So we're gonna go down here and type in disk, and you want create and format hard disk partitions, and hit enter. And down here you can see disk 0, the 298 gigabytes. We're gonna click on this unallocated. We're gonna right click, do new simple volume, hit next, next. You can pick whatever drive letter you want. Next, next, finish. And it's going to format and allocate that partition. So now we have a volume D where we can store or we can install programs rather than just filling up our MSATA that we installed. We have this extra drive that we really didn't have to do anything for other than format it. That's pretty much it for the video. If you had any questions or ran into any problems, put them in the comment section. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so more people can find it and solve their Lenovo T530 upgrading problems. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.